wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Today we are going to present our poems. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Cahyal Fariski.
My name is Nida Maulida and my name is Karina Diaga Pradu.
And this one, I want to explain my poems in Renaissance era. A Lamp Beggar by John Donne. I am a neighbor. Yonder beggar cries to stand or move. If he say true, he lies. So these poems have two lines, and the first line is the meaning of the first line is like explain about that he is surgery, because in this he says I am unable, that he cannot do anything. And the line two is the meaning is like we are have a question, like if he say true, he lies. That means it's like it doesn't true what he says. And now let's talk about the characteristic in Renaissance. The poem is using humanist. That means is telling about a beggar that suffer in the poem. And now let's talk about the elements. The first is physical. The poem this poem is a short poem that use two lines. And the next one is linguistic, like I am unable. This mean that the person cannot do anything because he says I am unable. And there are, if he says truth, he lies. That means like what he says, it doesn't correct, like that. And the last one is sound. This poem is used to rhyme. This poem is using rhyme A, that and with cries and lies to make a connection. And that's for me. Now let's go to the next poem that explained by Aline.
Okay, so I will try to read the poem first. Eternity by William Blake. He who binds himself a joy, does the winged life does the winged life destroy? But he who kisses the joy as it flies lives in eternity's sunrise. Jadi untuk penjelasan puisi ini, untuk dua baris kedua itu he who binds himself the joy and does the winged life destroy, itu seperti ada cycle-nya untuk sebuah kebahagiaan. Jadi kalau kita menggenggam terlalu erat sebuah kebahagiaan atau lebih ke ingin terus-terusan bahagia dan juga tidak ingin lepas dari kebahagiaan itu, maka ya hidup ini pasti akan hancur karena kita egois yang ingin bahagia terus menerus. Dan he who kisses the joy as it flies, kita harus tetap membiarkan kebahagiaan itu pergi dengan berbagai peristiwa yang akan terjadi di hidup. Jadi harus pertukaran, pasti ada bahagia, pasti ada masa yang bahagia, pasti ada yang sedih, ada waktunya untuk marah. Lives an eternity sunrise, itu artinya seperti hidup dalam keabadian, lebih ke dia ingin abadi, bahagia dengan abadi sampai tidak terbatas waktu. Untuk elemen yang saya dapat baru beberapa, misalnya dia ada dengan yang baris pertama, he who wants to himself joy, itu dengan iambic tetrameter yaitu 4 foot. Kemudian does wake life destroy dengan iambic 3 meter. Kemudian ada juga iambic tetrameter dengan baris ketiga, but he who kisses the joy as it flies. Kemudian yang terakhir, lives in eternity's sunrise, itu dengan iambic 3 meter dengan joy dan destroy itu dengan yang bunyinya dengan sama, jadi footnya sama. Kemudian joy as it flies and eternity sunrise itu juga bunyinya sama, jadi nadanya itu A A B B. Mungkin bisa dilanjutkan dengan isi yang selanjutnya.
Under mindful of the rose, under mindful of the thorn, a reaper pirate reposes among his gathered corn. So might I till the morn, cold as the cold December, pause as the days that said, while only one remembers, and all the rest forgets. But are remembers yet. And then about first stanza, unmindful of the rose and unmindful of the thorn. In this stanza, the poet used the image of a reaper who is tired and resting among the crop he has harvested. He no longer cares about beauty and pain, and for the symbolism is rose and thorns represents life and suffering, while the symbolize someone who has completed their work in this world. figurative language, there is an antithesis between rose, beautiful, and thorn, painful, showing indifference towards both beauty and suffering. And for second stanza, it's called as the cold Decembers. The first line follow an iambic tetrameter pattern, and the same pattern occurs in the second and following lines. And for the rhyme, it's ABAB, and December said, remembers, and forget. For the key themes, ini untuk tambahan. First, death and rest. The first stanzas present with death as a physical rest, like the reaper who finished his harvest and lies down for resting. Number two, time and forgetfulness. It addresses the cold passage of the time where most memories fade away. And the last one is isolation and memory. The image of one remembering while others forgot to get, an emotional and existential isolation. I think that's all.
Okay, that's all from us about explaining these three poems. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pertanyaan dari yang lain.
I am from Group C, as also that has the same poem as One Seaside Grave from Linda. What does the line from line "So might I till the morn" meaning to the first stanza?
So my time,
Till the morn.
so my time for the month.
The first stanza, maksudnya kayak itu artinya apa dari stanza pertama? Apakah ada arti mungkin yang berbarengan atau mungkin itu arti terpisah dari line itu sendiri?
Ya.
While we are waiting for the answer, is there any question?
Could we go back to the Aries poem?
Okay.
So I would like to ask, in the second and fourth line, there's the winged life and eternity sunrise. Could you explain more about that?
The meaning?
Yes.
To answer my first question, you asked for the line "Does the winged life destroy and lives in eternity sunrise?" Perhatikan itu aja ya. Baris yang kedua itu lebih ke seperti kamu kalau bersama pasanganmu. Kalau sama pasanganmu itu kamu pasti merasa bahagia terus. Tapi kalau kamu pengennya bahagia terus sama pasanganmu, gak mau kayak merasa kesusahan, gak mau menabung sama-sama, kan kalian udah memutuskan berpasangan, tapi kalian gak mau berbagi nasib itu bakal menghancurkan kebahagiaan itu sendiri, kayak kesepakatan kalian sendiri buat sama-sama bahagia, sama-sama nanggungnya gitu. Terus untuk yang lives in eternity sunrise, lebih ke kalau kamu ya kayak ada cycle-nya sendiri gitu nih. Seperti tadi yang saya jelaskan, pasti ada waktunya bahagia, pasti ada waktunya sedih, marah. Kamu harus coba buat ngelepasin emosi-emosi itu. Jadi ngelepas itu maksudnya lebih ke biarkan tetap berjalan cycle-nya. Jadi kamu bisa ngerasain emosi itu semakin ya kamu makin mengerti emosi-emosi itu apa maknanya, kayak seperti kamu hidup sampai di ujung fajar ya, pokoknya sampai nggak terbatas ke abadi gitu perasaan gitu.
Okay, thank you.
Here I will answer
Cynthia.
Cynthia question. So might I kill the more, yang artinya
Jadi
itu
supaya visinya
demikian pula aku sampai pagi. Jadi dalam konteksnya ini menunjukkan sebuah harapan atau kemungkinan bahwa sang pembicara tersebut seperti penuai dapat beristirahat sampai pagi tanpa ada problem gitu loh untuk resting. Terus ini juga mencerminkan sebuah kerinduan dan juga kedamaian. Oke. Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other question? Or maybe that's bukan. Okay. I think that's enough. Thank you for the participation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.